I'm just trying not to die, and I'm not doing good jobs preventing that. So, like,
Tell me more.
Our Friday podcast, which I'm gonna just tag on to this one so everyone knows. I I've never gone through a time period where I've been very resilient and adaptable. I mean, I am notorious for letting people know, like, dude, no one can last longer than me. I can go 3 days up all night on speed and booze, and what happened on Thursday where I was so, like, literally, I went out for drinks, which was fine. I came home, danced around on my headphones. Cat was all like, "Oh, good, you're dancing on your headphones." And then I was like, "Oh, I have some speed."
Oh my God.
Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Now, that's not the bad thing. I was like, I always do this and I'm fine. And then I found her painkiller kills from her surgery. And then I woke her up at 6 in the morning, ravenous to feast on my wife. And she's just going, "You feel different." Because, of course, she senses who I am. And she's like, "What are you on?" I go, "Everything."
No.
And she goes, "You can't do this anymore. You're 43. I'm 42. I'm 43 now. I am 43. She's like, "You can't do this. What do I do? Who do I call if you're not breathing?" And I'm going, "I'm gonna be fine." And then it just hit me. I'm like, "Oh, that was stupid." There was the first time in my life I went through going, "That's stupid. I shouldn't be playing with
It's
fire."
amazing what happens when you cut your hair. You
Yeah,
are on a new leaf.
I am on a new leaf. But it doesn't mean I don't fucking love look, I understand why people don't do heroin because I did heroin back in the day.
Do you have life insurance?
Yeah, we're good. That's why I'm like, just
Just wanna
kill me
make sure we had
now.
this conversation, just
Just kill
following
me.
up.
Just kill me now so you can take
Killing
everything.
me softly with him.
So I had a moment. I was like, this sounds like fun. It doesn't sound like fun to me anymore. So there's,
Oh, goody. Well, I think a lot of us have those come to Jesus moments where we're like, "Oh,
yeah,
maybe that was enough. I don't wanna do that again." Some of them happen to us sooner than later, like, some of us, like, when we're 21 after getting way too drunk or something like that.
yeah.
Some at 42 or 3 or 67, I mean, or
Well,
never.
there's nothing slower than a tweaker in a hurry. I'll just tell you that.
My god. So funny. Apparently, like, one of Kim Kardashian's exes, he's some, I guess, famous rapper person, is, like, not even 40, and he's gonna die of heart failure in, like, the next 2 years because he drank too much and did too many drugs.
I mean, I get it. I mean, but then you look at Keith Richards and you're like, this dude still snorts blow and does fucking heroin, and he's great.
Genetics do matter with all things, that is
I
true.
just think I'm good to go, but I look, I was fine. What brought me down on Friday was not me physically. It was my wife having the moment where she's like, because she's never really even said that to me, like, what happens? And I'm like, God damn it, I got to think about this shit
Good,
now.
yay, your wife! So that's why you're all shitty on Friday. I thought you had the flu or something.
No,
Now
I
I
was,
understand.
I
Now it
was,
all makes so much more
but
sense. Get
I would have
it.
got myself out of it mentally. I could not get mentally out that day that my wife was like really, really sad. I mean, she wasn't
You
even pissed.
crossed the thresh.
I did, and I'm like, "This is not fun." I'm like, "Let's just get divorced so I can fucking go bang hookers and do
You
blow."
should not use that word so lightly.
What? Bang
Di
hookers? Oh, no, I know. We got into it on Saturday, and we were driving home, and I don't know what it is about her fucking, like, I don't know. Are you a passenger princess? By the way, happy birthday to your husband, I saw.
was gonna say that.
Di
Thanks.
Does he get special birthday privileges?
It's an excellent question.
By the way, so I'm driving home, and I go to Kat, I go, um she always does, like, I call it "Be Team Twisty" or "Just get the fuck out," because apparently she's always on everyone else's team. Like, when we were talking one day, Melba called me on Saturday, and I'm on the phone and I'm leaving, and I go, "I know as soon as I get off this phone, I'm gonna hear," because she was driving behind me picking up the Mercedes, and I'm
I thought she was
driving.
in the car with you.
No, she wasn't. She was behind me, which was even worse. And I'm like, I know I'm swerving a little bit, but no one's really behind me but her. But anyways, she's very eager to, like, just tell me everything I do wrong. She's a mean wife. I mean, she likes to be that. But so I'm trying to, and she loves to also tell me how to drive and where I don't park in the right spot. She's like every meme out there. So, like, why'd you drive this way? And I'm like, because that's the way I decided to drive today. And so I have a car in front of me, a car speeding. She's like, get in the other lane. And I'm like, if I get in the other lane, we're dead. And then I go in the other lane. She goes, huh. She makes one of those, huh. like sounds like I like, and I'm just like, shut the fuck up. Why you gotta comment and yell, like, be on my team? Why are you trying to scare me now? And then we had to pull over into an abandoned mall and fucking shout at each other for fucking 20 minutes
God,
until the
that
point
is so funny.
where we both started laughing. And that's what happens now. Now, previously, the first 3 or 4 years, we didn't get to the point of laughing. We got to the point where I would literally like, I mean, I said the same thing. I was like, get out of the car and walk. She's like, fuck you, take me home. Before she would get out of the car and walk, and I would have drove off. And like, this is a real shit. I know
You've
real
grown
shit.
so much.
I know real shit behind the scenes from all my clients, and I tell them, just fucking tell the truth. We're all fucking little kids. We all do stupid shit. I watched my dad do stupid shit, and he's in his 60s and 70s. He called me a couple of nights
True.
ago going, I gotta just vent to you. I gotta vent to you. You know, Rob, his Don's son, who he for years didn't talk to, because he couldn't stand him. He's like, I gotta vent to you about this. I'm like, we're all human, but you know, yeah, we do grow. So eventually, Twisty's not doing painkillers, speed, and alcohol in one night. He'll just leave it to speed and alcohol, and then I don't know why women do you tell your husband where to park? Do you one of those? Are you like the second? Like my judgment passenger seat is so much better than yours. You do it, don't you?
Well, I've learned to pray when I'm in the car with my husband
He probably likes to drive fast, right?
versus opening my mouth.
Yeah,
But, you know, it's funny, it's all the hypocrisy, like, yeah, I mean, I could get uncomfortable because the way he drives is a very aggressive driver, and everybody's an aggressive driver in Atlanta, let's just be honest here.
yeah,
I'm an aggressive driver too, so, like, I can't get all upset when he drives the way that I do, it's just that when I'm the passenger, I'm not in control, so I don't wanna say anything because, you know, and then, I've just learned you pick your battles. But I'll tell you what one of my friends said once, and this is what you can say to your wife because it was so good. When I lived in Denver and I was young, my friend Victor, we're all driving out one night, and Victor was a aggressive driver as well. He's like, Melissa, I think you need to calm down. He's like, I'm not gonna hurt myself or any of my stuff. So I think you're gonna be okay.
good for him, man.
And so, like, seriously, I remind myself of that all the time. Like, people aren't trying to hurt themselves, generally speaking.
The first accident I got into was a couple months ago. I shared on this podcast, and it was the stupidest. In the first accident since I was 17, and it was me just rolling up into a fucking pole in a parking lot. It wasn't me driving anywhere. It was literally me
That
just in
pole
that
jumped
brain
right out
moment.
at you.
Yeah, I just and the first thing my wife asked me, "Were you high? Were you?" I'm like, "No, I don't do that. I don't fuck around getting fucked up and driving." I think that I see guys do that what I've been with, and I'm like, dude, it's not we're rich enough to fucking have someone drive our car home. We don't have to fucking do this shit. It's
Well, even not being like, I gotta tell you about this one accident I almost had one time. Like, still, every time I go through this accident, this intersection, I swear to God, I thank God. I'm driving,
yeah.
looking at the radio. I don't know, cruising along. I look up. It like doesn't register to me. I don't see it. It must have been in my blind spot that the light had turned red. And I'm driving, and I'm thinking to myself as I see cars enter the intersection. I'm like, that's interesting. Why are those cars entering the intersection? And I'm like, oh shit, the light is red. And I slam on my brakes, dude. And it's like instant slow mo, like every freaking, it was probably like not even like 3 seconds. I have no idea how long it was, but it was so slow. I was like thinking to myself, am I going to hit the car? Am I not going to hit the car? Am I going to hit the car? Am I
Yeah,
not going to hit the car? Please God, please God, please God, please God. No joke, dude.
that
This
close.
close. This
That's
old
scary,
man gets
dude.
out like he's ready to fight me.
Yeah.
He's gonna fight me, dude. Because obviously, like, he probably dropped a deuce in his pants as well, because I'm like, whoa, like, thank God for ABS brakes and prayers and just I don't know, dude. Anyway, yeah. That I didn't tell my husband that.
Are you a turn on your signal when you change lanes person or not?
Try to because my car will shake if I don't. But I also try to anyway because again, like people are really aggressive drivers. If you don't tell people what you're doing or where you're going, like if you
That's the
have
thing.
5 lanes.
Look, when I come down there, I'm coming down there this week. I'm actually going to go look at a. Do you have a company down there that I've fallen in love with that restores and make? It's called Vintage Modern, and actually they're a patient of someone who's going to be at Austin Cohen's event, Growth Summit. We're going to. I have an extra seat if you want to come out. By the way, so
It's this weekend?
yeah, So if you want to come out, I got an extra seat.
I think I'm actually in town this weekend. I didn't go last year because I ended up going out of town last minute for some reason. I don't remember why.
So we could do a Twisted Toast podcast from there if we want.
That would be dope, dude. Let's do it.
And I'm going to go visit Vintage Modern. Oh, by the way, shout out to My Red Light Special, myredlightspecial.com. Hey guys, if you're looking to get a red light unit, you got to do it the right way. Don't just duct tape it together. Don't buy off AliExpress. Don't look like something where a patient walks in and goes, "Who the hell are you?" There are tanning bed companies. There are other companies that have better equipment than most chiropractors out there, but we're changing that with our partnership with myredlightspecial.com. Head on over to myredlightspecial.com and get $3,500. Yes, $3,500 Melba secured for you in a very, very weird way. I don't want to tell you how she secured
Oh my
that credit for
goodness.
you.
No, we can't tell those secrets.
But $3,500, you're going to save that instant credit. Go to myredlightspecial.com. So I was Vintage Modern makes they modernized Broncos, which I've always wanted a Bronco because I love OJ. I'm a big fan of OJ Simpson. I'm a huge fan of him. I tell my
So we're
wife
talking like a 1980s Bronco versus like
yeah,
a
you're talking like in the
70s.
70s and 80s kind of style. They do all this really nice luxurious stuff. The lowest model is like 240,000. So I'm hoping to come back with one. So I'm gonna go visit over there. But I bring that up because driving in Atlanta, I mean, my wife did we went to Serenbe last year and I did the run and I told her, I said, I'm just gonna warn you, you don't know, like there's Houston and there's Atlanta. And I go, those are your two. Like, if you can drive there, you can drive fucking anywhere. That's true, right? I mean, I don't think you'd be scared to drive in New York. I remember growing up and being like, when I used to drive down to New York City, I'd be like, holy shit. Now I think back, like, there's nothing compared to Atlanta at fucking rush hour or.
I think that's all relative to what you're used to, honestly.
Okay. Okay.
You know,
I think you guys
the
are just
beast is
fucking.
better than not knowing the beast.
I just, yeah, that's true. I just think that you guys are amazing at driving because you guys get, and because you can get to be aggressive. Well, hey, yeah. Did you see some of my posts about Epstein and chiropractic this weekend? I went through the Epstein files. Have you gotten a chance to go through?
I saw some of your posts. I don't
Dude,
specifically think I
do you want to
remember.
know?
Tell me.
Here, let's break down
I'm gonna
Jeffrey
look
Epstein,
now.
the chiropractor, the chiropractic patient. Why don't we?
Yeah, I saw that.
So, one, he's a horrible fucking patient. He is a doctor hopper. I count at least through my files of looking through, and look, I only got to spend like, oh, I don't know, 3 hours maybe yesterday. I mean, that's just sad that that's what I got to do, but that was what put me down a rabbit hole. He hops from chiropractor to chiropractor, and his main thing is his word of mouth referrals from his network. So you have people that are recommending and referring. There was an interesting one. Do you know Perry Bard? Do you know the Bards? Does that name sound familiar?
No, it doesn't.
So they're calling him Perry Bard. And Perry Bard, and he has a son who's a chiropractor. The second thing, he was a patient of Disc Centers of America. And it sounds like they weren't getting results for him. The third thing that came up, do you know what I never heard of the Alexander technique. Do you know about the Alexander?
Well, it says Alexander technique or chiropractor. Did you look it up?
So the Alexander technique is but I want to tell you, I want to give you preface to how this came up. So this wasn't a chiropractic email between the offices. So one, Jeffrey Epstein was a horrible chiropractic patient who missed appointments and canceled a lot and doctor shopped. He never would have passed the Twisty pre-qualification call. Number two, he was pretty well versed with what he had apparently some really bad issues going on health-wise. Couldn't happen to a better person, I can say. But he had some horrible health, back pain, and he was pretty well versed, and he fought and did advocate for chiropractic with the people who were telling him in his emails, don't see a chiropractor, which, fuck, one of our biggest advocates now in the history of chiropractic is Jeffrey. Okay, number three, he got so versed with techniques and understanding that when he sent pictures of women and their posture, he was suggesting what might fix them.
Oh my god, is that what that is? Oh
That's
my
what
god,
that was,
hilarious.
dude. And I don't know if the picture I was looking at was a 21-year-old girl or a 16-year-old girl because I can't tell the difference. That's why I only date women that are fucking 6 years older than me or at least. Kat is a fucking baby. I want to say this right now. I don't know what it is because it's not in me. I never, like when I grew up, dude, I wanted to fuck all my teachers. Like I remember my math teacher, she had
You're the milfer.
I was
You like
always
the
the
MILF.
milfer. She had thunder thighs and she wore these blue sweatpants and she had this big ass. And I was like, at 8, I was like, I like thick thighs, big asses, and I like women. And I didn't date women my age. When I was in my 20s, I dated 40-year-olds. When I was in 25s, I dated 50-year-olds. You know, all the way up to 30, 40 years older than me. I liked old pussy. And I was
I like old pussy and
pussy
I
and I
can't
can't deny.
deny. You other brothers
So
can't.
I don't get this younger girl shit. One, because I've always been attracted to older women. Two, even if I was attracted, I'd be like, they don't know what the fuck they're doing. Like, why would you be with someone who does like I want to be with someone who's experienced, but I don't get it. Like, I don't get being a pedophile. Just like I don't get drunk driving. I
Oh
don't
my
get
god, you can't say that.
what? I can't
'Cause my
say
husband's older than I am. He's not a pedophile. Shit.
I don't, wait, how much older is he than you? 20?
3,
30?
23 years.
23. When did he score you? How old were you?
When did he score me?
Yeah.
How old was I?
Yeah.
How many years ago? It's been 13 years now.
Shit. No, he's
I was 35, he was 58.
yeah, so you're basically a
I didn't
cool.
think he was as old. I was,
You can't tell with him. Yeah, that's the
I
interesting
thought it was,
thing.
quote, age appropriate because that was on my list of things that I, thought was good for me. So I let that one slide.
Yeah. I think that and there's a lot more women out there that are into younger guys now and stuff. So, but I just don't understand the pedophilia thing. I don't understand this young girl thing. I don't
But yeah, that's just sick and wrong. I mean, like, it's not 2 consenting adults at that point. It's like
but
somebody
take away
whose brain
let me
is
play
not
devil
fully
I
developed.
let me hopefully I don't get canceled here. I don't get there's no they look like little boys.
Huh. Yeah, kids are
So
a little androgynous.
I just don't
It's just
understand.
gross anyway. It's
It's
so
gross
gross.
from Alalos, but
Like, the
Epstein.
most innocent thing on the planet is a child.
Yeah, why you know, I just ick,
It's
ick,
terrible
ick, ick, ick.
stuff.
So Epstein is God damn it, he's a chiropractic advocate, he's a chiropractic warrior, he's a patient, he's a doctor shopper, he's the worst patient, he was a Dis Center America guy. Oh my God. I'm gonna go down the rabbit hole a little bit even deeper this week when I fly to Atlanta and when I travel back to Charlotte. So I'm going again. I'm trying to keep going. This has been an amazing couple weeks. 1st of January, Friday night, I stayed up all night sending out reports, which will eventually be automated, but
Oh, yeah, I saw your post.
yeah, some fantastic data on we are getting index cited mention for people chiropractic results at 3x where we were 3 months ago. I believe that we are going to be able with high intent get 6 to 15 new patients a month for the average hype account. We're going to be testing out. Do you remember Priceline Guarantee? Do you remember that? Priceline
Like,
Guarantee?
pricing? Like, which like, where they're like, "Your
There was
price won't go up?"
yeah, the Priceline like if you bought if there was a price better on priceline.com, which was William Shatner was the brand ambassador for that. We're going to be testing out chiropractic results assurance with an A, which is basically that if you book through a chiropractor on chiropractic on a hype account, so they have to be a hype account only. If you book through and you go through their risk reversal. This goes back to so here's a lesson for everyone today. I don't know if I don't know if we ever ran these ads with you, but risk reversal ads, Hormozy transformation style, or I call them Twisty calls them apply style, but with a risk reversal, meaning there's no offer. The offer is what the offer is. You're going to become a new patient. It's not, it's even going past the new patient special, right? It's like you're committing to a program. And we've ran in the Georgia market. It's worked somewhat well in other markets with the risk reversal of we'll work with you for 90 days. If we don't reduce 90% of your back pain, for example, in 90 days, we'll work with you for free until we do. Now, the first thing that chiropractor is going to hear on this is, wait, shit, I don't want to give money back. Listen again. We'll work with you for free until we do, meaning if by 90 days, so this is my question to you, and you're going to answer this very eloquently and smart because that's who the fuck you are, and that's why you're my co-host. If you had someone you worked with for 90 days and you didn't get anywhere with them, where they were happy with their improvements, what would you do?
Sell them another care plan.
Okay. Your thing is let's try something else that I might.
My thing is we keep going.
Okay. That's even better than I expected you to say. I would be okay with someone going, "Hey, here's another chiropractor that might maybe network or AO or something else. Don't give up on chiropractic. Let's refer you out." But you're even steadfast on that. Hey, let's keep going. So, okay. Now for you, if we were doing this, then you'd have to work with them for free, and that might be a challenge. My answer for most chiropractors, if you were working with someone who's going to actually pull the card, they couldn't wait till day 89. They're sitting there waiting, can't wait to call you or come in on day 90 and go, "Hey, doc, I want to pull my results assurance." um, my take would be, well, I probably wouldn't want to work with that asshole. Or B, because part of the caveat is they should be communicating to you part of like they need to show up for every appointment, they need to do exercises, they need to be communicating where they're at, and you should be tracking that anyway. So you should be showing improvement like we show on chiropractic results, which is 50 to 75% improvements in the first 4 weeks anyways with most chiropractic, right? So I'm betting on chiropractic. I'm betting on chiropractors, and I'm saying I'm happy to give a $500 credit to a patient who books to one of my hype accounts. And if it doesn't get you the results that you're looking for, I'll give you the credit back. That's my take.
Well, generally speaking, most people are going to have some level of significant improvement after 90 days of chiropractic care. I think that you are right. But I'm going to caveat because I'm gonna because we've had this conversation before. But I guess the problem is that 10% that
Yeah.
don't fall into that 90 days. And so I have a patient, for example, who is totally an outlier, frankly, in every case I've ever had in my career so far. As far as sciatica is concerned, 2 years, dude. 2 years of regular care, like more than
Yeah.
once a week, with exercise, all the things. Like I've never, ever had anybody be that long in his age group even.
Have they done
He did have some
decompression? Did they do
anomalies.
other stuff?
I mean, he did the exercises, the stretches. He does have an anomaly, which may or may not have contributed to some of his stuff, but I would have not wanted to work on that for like a whole nother year and a
Are
half.
you at a point where you're going, "Hey, dude, neurosurgeon"?
Well, it's a continuous conversation with the patient. So I'm sure that I did bring up some thoughts to be like, these are your other options.
Yeah.
But for him, even with whatever the potential, because he has what's called knife clasp, a deformity in his back and his spine, which is in the sacrum, where there's like instead of it being like that triangle, at the base, I'm trying not to make a heart right now, but
Yeah.
there's like a little divot at the top of the sacral base, and the L5, the spinous process, which are those little pieces that
Ooh.
stick out the back, is bigger and it like dives into that spot on the sacrum. So it could cause some potential neurological issues. But the thing is that this guy, he didn't want drugs and surgery. He believed as much as
Was
I believed, because I've seen it time and time again, that given the body enough time, there's no process that doesn't occur without time.
Yeah.
He and I were on the same page, was like, we just need more time because it was getting better. It just was a
Let
very long time to do it.
let's say this. I mean, this is where you might collab and tag in. "Oh, I have a buddy who has a decompression clinic. Let me hook you up over there. I have a buddy who
You're right.
does this stuff." That's why my dad
If
wrote
it's
that.
appropriate, if they have like conditions that qualify them for things like decompression.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not look, I just had someone else that we're doing on the hype account, we're doing video case studies and stuff, and we're going over like, well, why did this patient do chiropractic and decomp and this one didn't? And, it was Gonstead doc, and he had some really good answers for that. But yeah, dude, I think it's 8 to 10% that we're not gonna be able to help, and my dad always talked about that, and he said, "You know what? I'm not gonna give up on chiropractic. Let me refer you to Doctor Todd. Todd does network. Maybe network is the answer for you," you
So you're
know?
saying that at that point, then if they're not better in 90 days, you just refer them to somebody else and you don't have
I
to treat
think
them
that
for free.
I think that might be the point if we didn't have all the tools. I think it's really hard. Same thing in my it's like my business. If I'm not able to help someone in like I think mostly, hey, here's who I recommend or here's who I think or here's what you need to do.
I think that you'd have to put a percentage on that 90-day, frankly, like at least 50% better. Because I'm going to be honest, again, even in my career outside of chiropractic, in the whole health field that I worked in, which was, of course, was sports medicine before this, you know, a year
Yeah. Yeah.
on average for somebody to truly get better, it takes about a year.
Then why aren't we just selling year-long care plans?
People cannot wrap their heads around that. Some people can, you know what I mean? Like if they're really good salespeople, right?
Uh-huh.
And they know how to value stack all the things and put out the timeline. But I think it's sometimes it's hard for people to wrap their heads around it. I think for me, honestly, the reason why I don't, I've done year long care plans. What I have also found is that, healing is not linear.
Uh-huh.
And I have just found that it's easier to take it into smaller chunks, do like your first 90 days, do your first 40 visits, whatever, and then reevaluate and make your decisions at that point. I think along the way you tell people, this is going to be more than this. When we do our exam, we're going to see where you're at and what our next steps are. Because generally speaking, it takes about this long for this condition or blah, 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 blah. You have to set
I think if I started a practice, first of all, I call it Club Twisties. And I would say this. If you leave me, you can't come back. To be a patient here, you have to refer 2 people, and I'm only going to work with you if you work with me for the rest of your life. And that's it.
Do you say that to your existing patients right now or your
I
existing
would just
clients?
start. If I had existing patients and I trained yet,
I should have said clients.
yeah, I would yeah. Oh, yeah, right now? That is actually like dude, when I did my retention, referrals, and relationship seminar in October, I said, "I'm building in public here. Here's the other thing. If you leave me, you can't come back." If you I told him, I said, "I if" because we did that in Black Diamond Club, and it's the one thing I remember people being trained on it, and it's not people thought it was a dickhead move by the head of ops, and then I told him, I said, "No, here's the truth. We're in the information business if we apply something and you don't apply it, and then your reputation is go, well, I worked with Twisty and Twisty, it didn't work, and other people are going, but I hear great things, and it's like, well, then I got to say, well, this shithead didn't do what it becomes that collaboration thing. My point is being, it's like you can't keep coming back and forth. That's number one because it's a hit on my reputation. Number two, there's the information and the moat keeps, well, at least for me, I consistently keep building, and my people know this. Oh shit, you're a client, you get chiropractic results now. Oh shit, you're a client, you get to come to my mastermind. So I keep building more value. Why should you dip in and dip out then? Like I'm gonna keep building more value. My moat that says I should stay with Twisty for life, you know? And my ode to you and commitment to you is to stay atop and committed to staying fresh and know the new. Okay, we got to go this direction now. Like, and that was the scary thing about the last 2 years is like the directions have shifted so fucking. There was a point in time where I looked, am I getting old? Am I antiquated in what I'm doing? And I was trying to bring in everything from like, look, it's not just digital marketing, and in fact, it's even worse today. Now here's the top things that grow a clinic. Still the same things we were talking about recently. B2B. It's getting into corporate wellness, which is becoming even more of a crystal ball of where we should be going. It's membership wellness. It's not pay as you go. It's membership wellness, which is also good for you to build your ARR and MRR so you can be acquired by private equity if that's your goal. It's workshops, dinners, and health talks are back. I mean, and what do I got? I got 50% of dudes and dudettes who are like, I don't want to do that. I'm like, dude, I want to be on the fucking phone until 9
You
o'clock.
gotta shake hands and kiss babies.
Yeah.
It's just the way it is. That always works the best.
People, you got to know. This is the thing that people forget. Marketing creates awareness. Marketing doesn't close the sale.
It
Marketing,
doesn't
it doesn't. It's not supposed like it's supposed to help, and you can only lean on it so much till it breaks. That's something people don't think about. Like I had a patient down in Lagrange, so I was doing a training this morning.
Did you say a patient?
He had a patient, prospective patient. So I was doing a training with Aspinwall Clinic, who I always love to shout out because 73 years, great clinic. We just hired the dedicated sales rep. Another thing that Twisty thinks that everyone should have. This guy's great. I mean, so I would have hired him when I was hiring people for my sales team, who I just hired Dr. Brandon Livingood from 100% Chiropractic. He used to build and sell for them, and he's going to be amazing for me. He's probably going to reach out to you because he just commented on my thing, so I'm not even going to warn him about you. But so I wanted to see what he does. Brandon is amazing, and so I was hiring. I was like, I told Dr. Chris, I said I would hire this kid Jamil, who I was training this morning in his office, and then Chris was like, I already hired him. I'm like, fuck. And so I did a 2-hour training, an hour and a half about this time. And we went through B2B calls, healthcare to healthcare outreach. We went through lead calls. And, the front desk was handling these leads for campaigns that were running. One of the campaigns we ran was an apply transformation for Shockwave knee pain ad. And so her name was, I won't give her name because I don't want to violate anything. And I don't know if I am really. I don't really give a shit. But she's in
The new
Atlanta.
Twisty gives a shit.
Yeah, the Atlanta, she's in Atlanta. So I call, I'm training Jamil up on this, and I do a call, voicemail, I leave a text, and I send an email all through high level and shit. And then 2 hours later I get a call back from, "Hey, you called me. I missed this number." And I'm like, "Dude, I don't know who the fuck I call." And I'm like, I see the number area code 469. I type it into my phone. I'm like, "Georgia." And I go, "Oh, you know what? I might have called you when I was I just tell the truth. I might have called you when I was because I think the truth sets you free. Might have called you when I was training one of our new reps at Aspinwall Clinic. I don't know if it was about the knee ad or the soft wave ad. Either way, who am I talking with? And this is what happens. They don't trust you. They don't. Well, before I tell you that, who are you? And I go, I just told you, but let me repeat it again. And she goes, and I go, so is the knee pain thing, was that for you or so? No, that's me. My knee's bone on bone. And then I fucking kept asking more questions. Well, what happened? How did it get here? What did you do? What didn't you do? Has anyone told you about soft wave? Has anyone told you about decompression? Has anyone talked about chiropractic? And then she started crying and telling me about these doctors and the drugs and this and how they told her surgery is the only option. So we went from, I don't know who the fuck you are and don't trust you, to in 5 to 10 minutes crying, to at the last 5 minutes, I'll do whatever you tell me to do. Just, I will get there. And by the way, she's an hour away from Atlanta to LaGrange. By the way, her insurance wouldn't cover it. And she's like, I believe in what you're telling me. Let me just get there. And that's why I think that every chiropractic office needs a dedicated sales rep. Because I don't think your front desk has 10 minutes to do those calls 3 times to 4 times a day. I just don't think they have it. I don't think you as a doctor has it. So
I agree.
it's time that we start treating us like, if we're selling programs that are more expensive than health insurance itself, which it should be. I want to reiterate this. By the way, people have loved our episode where we broke down the value stack and I had you start doing. Have you worked on that at all for yourself after that? No.
I did raise my prices though.
Good. I'm happy with that. By a lot or a little?
Bucks.
Did it make your butt cringe?
No.
Okay, what would make your butt cringe? Besides your husband.
My husband does not make my butt cringe.
We should talk about that. That should be a birthday present.
I opened the door for you on that one.
You did. You opened the door. Don't open the door for me. Open it for your husband. So listen, I mean,
oh my God.
Back in the day, Twisty would have taken any open door because the door is just a door.
And you have no STDs, which is shocking.
I don't. I remember pulling my dick out in San Francisco with one of my guys when I was in the bathroom at our office on Mission Street, and I had something on there that I'd never seen before. And I go, "Do you think this?" He goes, "Don't ever fucking do that again to me." And I was like, "But you would be the one that would know. Like you're 10 years." Like,
what was on it, dude? Chocolate?
It wasn't. It literally was like a little, not pimple, but mark, and it was gone. And I got tested. I've never had, and my ex-wife cheated on me with a guy with hepatitis C.
Ugh,
And that's when
that's scary.
Yeah, that's why I tell people, dude, if you cheat on people, you're being fucking violent. You're being violent, like you're committing fucking war crimes. And So anyways, by the way, we're talking about you opening the door for your husband. So no, did you
That would make me very uncomfortable because we were really talking about things that would make me uncomfortable.
what would make you uncomfortable? What price, what number do you think would make you go, that's scary?
For just an adjustment or a care plan?
Well, you're not doing just anything if we value stacked it correctly.
Care
Yes,
plan then.
just for adjustment. What would make your wellness,
I went to
maintenance?
care plan level. Well, what would make me like $75
You're at currently what
just for
right
that
now?
5-minute visit?
Dude, okay. So here's my ode to you. I want you to continue going down your value stack and going what your per visit, which I think we got to 300 or something by that point in time we did that.
I think that we were okay. Yeah, well, I remember talking about that for sure.
You should be at
And
100 based
you
on.
had some things out of context.
No, I didn't. No, you analyzed. You had some things that
You
you're
went on
devaluing.
ChatGPT or whatever you went on, and you talked about an exam. And there's levels of exam. Each exam has a different price value to it based on time.
But
If you look at how we value our services,
but it can't just be time. Time's a component. I agree with you, but it can't
it
just
depends
be.
on the service. Exams are valued on time. Adjustments are not. That is just for
Now,
the
are you
service.
taking insurance now? That's the other question.
No, and the reality though is everybody bases, well, not everybody.
So
Let's
if
say
you're not
90% of
taking
the
insurance, then
people-
you gotta stop talking like you take
You
insurance.
still have to code though. You still have to have a code.
You do,
that
but you
is
can be
still a
fee for
billable
service.
code,
You can still be fee for
potentially, too.
service. You still can be fee for
But it's
service.
still that fee for service code
Correct.
has averages across the nation.
This will be a show for another day, but we'll battle on. I love this because I love your brain on this, but you're wrong.
I practice, you don't.
I want you to make more money.
I practice, you don't. You know what?
And that's why you should listen to me.
When we have this conversation, we should have like Austin on the phone with us.
Austin won't take insurance, and that I told Austin he can make.
Because you're talking about the value stack. I don't know how much Austin charges for whatever he does, but
I believe that they're doing at least $120 a visit at Corrective.
Just for adjustment?
Just for I think that their ranges.
Well, they do the Pedibond there too. Everybody gets on a roller table, so it is about value stacking. What are you getting for that?
But I believe that we are being correct with your values. Here's all I'm going to say at the same time too. 75 sounds like it's in the middle for me in your area, and what I'm going to tell everyone is this: one, you should raise your fees. Here's the first rule: it should make your butt cringe. And yes, for anyone who's listening to this and goes, well, that sounds like it's old BDC days. It fucking is. I still believe in that. And I believe in what we taught people there. It should make the moment it makes you uncomfortable is the price it should be. Number two, you should never be the middle in your area. You either should be the lowest for high volume or the highest because you're the best. But you want to be the fucking best, you go to Close for Chiro. Shout out Close for Chiro.
Why are they not sponsoring us?
Because I don't know. We should ask them. But by the way, we should talk about our sponsor one more last time. If you want to be able to value stack and charge the highest fees when it comes to red light, you want to save $3,500 on your red light unit, go to myredlightspecial.com. Myredlightspecial.com. Wow, we had a good show, dude.
We might have a new sponsor next week.
Who, Close for Chiro, you think?
That would be dope, but that's on you. No, the thing I talked about on Friday. You might not remember because you were so not in your own space.
We were talking about your thing. Well, let's go talk offline and we'll say bye to everyone. Hey guys, great fucking show. We talked about Epstein. We talked about raising your fees. We talked about should you give your husband anal sex for his birthday? And I'm gonna tell you,
did not use those words.
If you are not giving your husband birthday sex, and birthday sex could be anything that's just not on the regular menu. Every husband looks forward to something for birthday sex. I'm just telling you guys. All right. Peace out. Bye, guys. All right.